Thousands of dollars up in flames. First tonight on our news, live at 7. A scrapyard inferno in eastern New Providence rages on. We'll show you the impact on area businesses. Also, national security on high alert amid surge in violence. This as the Fox Hill community grapples with escalating murders and shootings. The Attorney General introduces electricity and natural gas bills in the Senate today as the Davis administration promises lower bills and cleaner energy. Then in our news at 7:30, government defends the Prime Minister's decision to not answer questions from the opposition, calling the criticism politicking. Our news live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to our news live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Candino Knowles. Thousands of dollars in damages being reported tonight as a relentless inferno continues to ravage a scrap metal yard on Joe Farrington Road. The fire has been burning for over 24 hours, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The blaze, which reportedly ignited after a car explosion, has engulfed piles of discarded metal and debris, emitting thick plumes of smoke. Tonight, nearby businesses, including a vital service station, forced to close indefinitely. Joshua Williams is following this.
If the fire could get, our whole station would have been gone.
The blaze began around 10 a.m. Wednesday, causing panic all through the night for nearby residents and businesses. Ruber's service station directly in its path. According to this store manager, firefighters stayed overnight to ensure the fire was contained.
I feel that it could have been handled a little bit better yesterday in containment, but the fire department was not very vigilant on what was actually happening. We were trying to instruct them differently, but it didn't go that way, and it could have been avoided. The extent of the damage could have been avoided.
Ruber's head manager is Leonard McPhee. He gave us a tour of the property. The rear of the building significantly damaged. Damages, he says, will cost a pretty penny to fix.
The whole roof was changed. You see that? And you can't walk, you have to tear everything down, but you can't even go up there because it's so fragile. If you go up there, you'll fall through. Oh, the estimate is not, we didn't get the estimate yet. The generator estimate alone is $38,000. That's only the generator. The generator man has been here this morning and tell us that. We don't know how much this is going to cost. Not yet.
Threats of the fire still looming. The service station remains without power, forcing its closure, costing thousands of dollars.
A good guesstimation will range something about $20,000 to $30,000.
As for when they may reopen?
We can't pump gas for days, and as long as that's burning, because the fire, I can get you in the back here, all the vents and everything, we can't present no gas right now. We can be organization for at least the rest of the week.
Reporting for our news, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right, thanks for that, Josh. Well, a man is dead tonight, and police officer shot after responding to an early morning call. Police say the incident happened around 1:30 a.m. outside a restaurant on West Bay Street. Officers from Cable Beach Police Station say they got a call about a man acting suspiciously in the Delaport area. As the officers were getting out of their patrol car, the man allegedly pulled out a gun and began shooting at police. The officers returned fire, shooting and killing the suspect. During the gunfire, one of the officers was shot in the upper body. He was taken to hospital, his condition listed as stable. Meanwhile, the Ministry of National Security on high alert following an uptick of murders and shootings, particularly in the Fox Hill community. It comes after alleged gang leader Michael Wheelchair Fox was gunned down earlier this week. Since then, there have been several shootings in the Fox Hill community. National Security Minister Wayne Monroe says officers are out in full force.
The police clearly are of the view that if you have a conflict involving gangs, tit for tat is possible. The police, in response, have stepped up their patrols. They are doing other things that it would not be appropriate to disclose. But bearing in mind what is involved, they are responding in the way that their training drives them to respond.
All right, and we hear from residents in the Fox Hill community. Some of them are saying that they're unfazed by impending gang war. We'll tell you about it coming up in our news at 7:30. The Davis administration remaining steadfast on its position that The Grand Bahama Port Authority owes them more than $300 million. GBPA promising a live event with stakeholders following comments made by Prime Minister Philip Davis during the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce dinner meeting on Monday night. PM Davis accusing the port of neglecting the city of Freeport. Acting Press Secretary Keishla Adderley says more will be revealed.
The Prime Minister addressed the issue this week. He spoke to stakeholders in Grand Bahama, specifically members of the business community, sort of laying out the chronology of things. As you know, this is a matter that we expect to go to arbitration or some sort of analysis that will come to a determination as to what the next steps will be. Outside of that, I won't comment further other than to say that this is an ongoing issue. We will hear more about what the next steps are in the coming days.
All right, we've got much more to get to tonight, including the fact that it's National Nurses Day. We'll tell you how Cable Bahama is celebrating these healthcare heroes in just a bit, but for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson, he's in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Kendino. We are stuck in this warm weather regime. Temperatures managed to get up into the mid-80s today. We are still not quite that cool yet. 80 degrees outside our studios right now, few clouds. Southeast winds at 10 miles per hour. Your feels like temperature hanging out near the 80-degree mark. Temperatures around the islands right now, it's very warm across the northern islands. 80 degrees in Freeport, Marsh, Abaco, 81 in Alistown, Bimini, and in Great Harbour Key. Nicholstown, Andros, you guys are 82, 79 in Governor's Harbour over there in Eleuthera. Central Bahamas, 81 Kemps Bay. We pick up 79s, Arthurstown, Cat Island, Georgetown, Deadman's Key. Coburn Town, San Salvador, 78 and into the southeast Bahamas. 80 degrees there with Duncantown, Ryegate Island, Colonel Hill, Cricket Island, and Providenciales, Turks and Caicos. Delectable Bay, my favorite spot, 79, 78 Abrahams Bay. Matthewtown, Inagua, you round out our temperature profile at 82. Taking a look at our satellite and radar composite, nothing, absolutely nothing happening across the area. Dry air mass in place, high pressure ridge is in charge, and it looks as though we're going to continue these warm temperatures for at least another couple of days before we do see a frontal boundary get into the extreme northern islands. We expect that front to wash out before it even gets to the islands by the weekend. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us to look at your extended forecast. It's still to come.
Thanks, Greg. And still to come on our news, Sustainability First is back tonight with a focus on Conservation Cove, now open to the GB community. But first, the Attorney General advocates for an overhaul of the Electricity Act in today's Senate debate on energy bills. This as consumers look forward to lower power bills soon. The story when Our News returns.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay Kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
Look who we caught here on the Charlie Bahama Show, Andrew Zimmern. But listen, this is like your second home.
It is my second home. I'm 75% Bahamian.
Oh yeah, 75%. And this show is 100% Bahamian. Tell me about your path to becoming a chef. And while you do that, hold this so I could eat.
Growing up in a house with my mom.
I love fire engine. If you had a fire engine, you've never been to Bahamas.
So catch Charlie Bahama's new episodes on our TV, Cable Bahamas Channel 212.
If you thought Season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for Season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stax be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? Or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for Season 2 of 242 The Gospel.
So you said you're here for Sully's funeral? How do you know Sully?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was not. Watch what you say about Sully. Who is this child?
Your sisters. I'm asking you to do a few things for me. Once they are done, you will both receive your inheritance. The Paradise Hotel.
When can I sell? Is this what the hotel is really worth?
Don't take this the wrong way. It isn't really much of a hotel.
This is 242 The Gospel, where we celebrate our Bahamian artists. You've been asking for more, and we're here to deliver. Welcome to the second season of 242 The Gospel. Who will be number one? Let's find out.
Guess what? Island Luck is turning 15 this year, and they're pulling out all the stops. First, there's an all-new website packed with new lottery and casino games. Enhanced VIP and free slot tournaments. Daily pick'ems, 30 days of luck with daily prizes. And exciting game shows featuring customers just like you. Get ready for more opportunities to win for the entire year as Island Luck turns 15.
Island Luck, celebrating 15 years of winning.
Are you or...
Today is being observed as National Nurses Day, and Cable Bahamas celebrated these healthcare heroes in a special way. We'll tell you how the company joined forces with the Public Hospitals Authority to honor nurses in just a bit. But for now, Attorney General Ryan Pinder, KC, opening debate on the Electricity Bill 2024 and the Natural Gas Bill 2024 in the Senate this morning. The Davis administration says the new electricity bill will pave the way for lower power bills and more reliable and cleaner energy supply. This, as the new natural gas bill would permit Utilities Regulation Competition Authority, ERCA, to grant expedited approval for a license to conduct natural gas activities for an existing qualified operator. Pinder says the bills are a representation of government's comprehensive approach to energy reform.
Given the evolution of the state of affairs of energy generation, transmission, distribution, and supply, there is a need to update the Electricity Act in its entirety. The Office of the Attorney General has consulted extensively with the Ministry of Energy, with ERCA, and BPL regarding the proposed amendments and modifications to the Electricity Act.
Free National Movement Senator Michaela Barnett also contributing to the debate, accusing the Davis administration of not sticking to its promise of keeping energy costs down.
Without a doubt, the cost of electricity is a significant driver of high costs in this country. But this new day, full of pain administration, in their arrogance, dismissed the existing plans that brought the cost of electricity down and made it manageable. In September 2021, that was the month of the election, the fuel surcharge was 0.105. Now, the fuel surcharge is a whopping 0.1939.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as Russia warns of a global clash while calling victory in the war on Ukraine. Plus, Palestinians flee chaos and panic in Rafah after Israel shuts down the border crossing with Egypt. And we'll tell you the bread loaves recalled in Japan after rat remains are found. The story when our news returns.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay Kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
Look who we caught here on the Charlie Bahama Show, Andrew Zimmern. But listen, this is like your second home.
It is my second home. I'm 75% Bahamian.
Oh, yeah, 75%. And this show is 100% Bahamian. Tell me about your path to becoming a chef. And while you do that, hold this so I could eat.
Growing up in a house with my mom.
I love fire engine. If you had a fire engine, you've never been to Bahamas.
So catch Charlie Bahama's new episodes on our TV, Cable Bahamas Channel 212.
If you thought Season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for Season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stocks be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? Or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for season 2 of 242 The Gospel.
So you said you're here for Sully's funeral? How do you know Sully?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was not. Watch what you say about Sully. Who is this child?
Your sisters. I'm asking you to do a few things for me. Once they are done, you will both receive your inheritance. The Paradise Hotel.
When can I sell? Is this what the hotel is really worth?
Don't take this the wrong way. It isn't really much of a hotel.
This is 242 The Gospel, where we celebrate our Bahamian artists. You've been asking for more, and we're here to deliver. Welcome to the second season of 242 The Gospel. Who will be number 1? Let's find out.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay Kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
Look who we caught here on the trolley.
This is our news. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Russian President Vladimir Putin accusing the West of risking a global clash as Russia commemorates Victory Day. Amid tensions with Ukraine, Putin asserts Russia's readiness to defend itself. He also criticized the West for overlooking Soviet Union's role in defeating Nazi Germany. Putin underscored Russia's strategic preparedness, while Ukraine and the West have denounced Russia's territorial ambitions. Tens of thousands of displaced and exhausted Palestinians have packed up their tents and other belongings from Rafah. With fuel and other supplies cut off, aid workers have been scrambling to help a population desperate after 7 months of war. On Monday, Israel issued evacuation orders for eastern parts of the city before sending tanks to seize the nearby Rafah crossing with Egypt. AstraZeneca has withdrawn COVID-19 vaccines worldwide. The company on Tuesday cited a surplus of updated vaccines amid the pandemic. Marketing authorizations are also being withdrawn in Europe. Reports indicate concerns over side effects like blood clots. The withdrawal application was made on March 5th and took effect on May 7th. And loaves of bread have been recalled in Japan due to suspected contamination. Store shelves were cleared after remains of a small animal, likely a rat, were found. Production was halted at a Tokyo factory with 104,000 packages. The company issued apologies and vows compensation. Japan, known for its stringent food safety standards, faces recent food safety concerns, including 1,000 sickened school children from milk and 2 restaurant-related illnesses earlier this month. All right, as the world fights to save and restore coral reefs, some of the most cutting-edge science is happening right here on our very own shores. In tonight's Sustainability First, Marlena Leonard takes a look at the importance of bringing conservation to the community.
Bahamas First, putting sustainability first for our people and our environment. What's first for you and the planet comes first for us.
Blue Action Lab calls Conservation Cove a living laboratory, and they recently held an open community day for Grand Bahama residents. The first of its kind land-based restoration work being done at Coral Vita is vital for our survival. Coral restoration specialist Alana Vellicott tells us 80% of reefs are dead or dying in the Bahamas and the Caribbean.
2 of our top 3 industries rely on reefs to be healthy. I'm sure you and lots of viewers know someone who is a fisherman by trade. They need to catch seafood in order to put food in their fridge, gas in their car, send their kids to school. Without healthy reefs, we wouldn't have a fishing industry. we also wouldn't have much of a tourism industry either, because guests come to the Bahamas to enjoy our crystal clear waters and to view our beautiful reefs and our colorful array of fish that we have for them to see.
Beyond the free community day, the Cove has tours at 10 a.m. on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. The Blue Action Labs projects include Coral Vita, Mangrove Mania, and the Queen Conch Project. President and founder Rupert Hayward says community involvement is key.
We always say that if we can create the blue economy, which we're trying to do here with this restoration hub here in Grand Bahama, but we haven't actually engaged a community and created the skill sets through workforce training and capacity building, then we would have failed. So this is just our way of saying to the community, come and learn, come and have a look. There's lots of free stuff going on for you as well, and hopefully in doing this we're going to build the blue and green economy practitioners of the future right here in Grand Bahama.
Reporting for Our News and reminding you to put sustainability first, I'm Marlena Leonard.
Still to come in Our News, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was May 9th. Then in Our News at 7:30, some Fox Hill residents say they remain unfazed amid threats of an impending gang war. But first, government stands firm defending the PM's decision to withhold answers to opposition questions. The leader of government business calling it political maneuvering. When Our News returns.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay Kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
Look who we caught here on the Charlie Bahama Show, Andrew Zimmern. But listen, this is like your second home.
It is my second home. I'm 75% Bahamian.
Oh, yeah, 75%. And this show is 100% Bahamian. Tell me about your path to becoming a chef. And while you do that, hold this so I could eat.
Growing up in a house with my mom, I love fire engine. If you had a fire engine, you've never been to Bahamas.
So catch Charlie Bahama's new episodes on our TV, Cable Bahamas Channel 212.
If you thought season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stax be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? Or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for season 2 of 242 The Gospel.
So you said you're here for Sally's funeral? How do you know Sally?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was not. Watch what you say about Sully. Who is this child?
Your sisters. I'm asking you to do a few things for me. Once they are done, you will both receive your inheritance. The Paradise Hotel.
When can I sell? Is this what the hotel is really worth?
Don't take this the wrong way. It isn't really much of a hotel.
This is 242 The Gospel, where we celebrate our Bahamian artists. You've been asking for more, and they're here to deliver. Welcome to the second season of 242 The Gospel. Who will be #1? Let's find out.
Guess what? A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay Kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
Look who we caught here on the Charlie Bahama Show, Andrew Zimmern. But listen, this is like your second home.
It is my second home. I'm 75% Bahamian.
Oh, yeah, 75%. And this show is 100% Bahamian. Tell me about your path to becoming a chef. And while you do that, hold this so I could eat.
Growing up in a house with my mom, I love fire engine. If you had a fire engine, you've never been to Bahamas.
So catch Charlie Bahama's new episodes on our TV, Cable Bahamas Channel 212.
If you thought season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stocks be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? Or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for season 2 of 242 The Gospel.
So you said you're here for Sully's funeral? How do you know Sully?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was not. Watch what you say about Sully. Who is this child?
Your sisters. I'm asking you to do a few things for me. Once they are done, you will both receive your inheritance. The Paradise Hotel.
When can I sell? Is this what the hotel is really worth?
Don't take this the wrong way. It isn't really much of a hotel.
This is 242 The Gospel, where we celebrate our Bahamian artists. You've been asking for more and they're here to deliver. Welcome to the second season of 242 The Gospel. Who will be #1? Let's find out.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters,
Welcome back to Our News. It's time now to turn our spotlight on events that shaped the day that was May 9th. Take a look. On this day in Bahamian history, in 1832, the statue of Christopher Columbus that once stood at the front of Government House at the bottom of Mount Fitzwilliam arrived in New Providence. Columbus made landfall in the Bahamas on October 12, 1492, on the island of San Salvador, where he met the Lucayans. Last October, government officials confirmed the statue was removed and will remain in storage until the government and stakeholders determine what to do with it. Then in 1961, the death sentences of Alvin Table and Billy Seas by hanging was carried out at what was then Fox Hill Prison in Nassau. Fast forward to 2012, when then Prime Minister Perry Christie made his first cabinet appointment. Philip Davis was sworn in as the then Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Works and Urban Development.
As we move forward to make our Bahamas better, I extend to Bahamians of all political persuasions the olive branch of peace and goodwill.
May 9th, 2013, the union representing line staff at BEC, now BPL, reportedly filed a lawsuit against management in the Supreme Court, suing for breach of its industrial agreement. Then Chairman Leslie Miller hit back, saying if the cash-strapped utility company had to dish out any more money, people would have to be fired, and urged union leaders to be responsible.
The easiest thing to pay a bill is to let some people go.
Then finally on this day in 2022, 3 tourists who were found dead in their Sandals Emerald Bay villa on Exuma 3 days before were identified as Tennessee couple Michael and Robbie Phillips and Florida resident Vincent Paul Chiarella. A toxicology report later confirmed the deaths as carbon monoxide related. Well, today is National Nurses Day for us at Cable Bahamas, joining forces with the Public Hospitals Authority to honor nurses. May 12th is actually International Nurses Day. Along with Cable Bahamas employees, there were also volunteers from other businesses. They gave healthy beverages and sweet treats. We spoke with nurse Charlene Davis about the act of kindness.
I am absolutely thrilled. Our nurses like to be recognized for their contribution to nation building, so this is a prime opportunity that we are most grateful for what has been done thus far.
Nurse Davis also tells Our News what the public can do to show appreciation for nurses year-round.
One of the things that we would like to see the public is people moving towards healthy lifestyles and be able to deal with chronic illnesses such as hypertension, diabetes, heart disease. If they could get them under control, we would definitely be most appreciative, because that's the bulk of the patients that we see in hospital on a daily basis.
All right, and happy National Nurses to all nurses across the country. Really, really and truly deserve the name Healthcare Heroes. If you want to see them for all of today's top stories, you can visit ournews.bs. That's going to do it for us in News at 7. Joining us now is Natalia Hall. She's up with the latest headlines. And Natalia, before we go, I know that you've got some nurses in your family too.
I do. My grandmother, the late Nurse Anna Hall, she was a midwife and delivered thousands of babies in Grand Bahama. And just to see the bond she had with her patients, truly recommendable. It's,
I mean, that's why I say that name, Healthcare Heroes,
for
absolutely
sure,
deserved.
For sure, deserving.
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much, Ken. Well, coming up, some Fox Hill residents remain unfazed amid threats of an impending gang war. Plus, government stands firm, defending the PM's decision to withhold answers to opposition questions. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on our news live at 7:30, leader of government business in the House of Assembly, Wayne Munro, defending Prime Minister Philip Davis' recent actions in the House of Assembly. When asked questions by the opposition, we have the full story coming up. Also, are residents concerned about a possible gang war in the Fox Hill community? Our news team spoke with a few residents. The story straight ahead. Plus, a morning jog ending in tragedy for a senior citizen. This as he was struck and killed by a car. And later, members of the Bahamas Educators Managerial Union prepared to take industrial action. We'll tell you why when our news live at 7:30 returns.
Guess what? Island Luck is turning 15 this year, and they're pulling out all the stops. First, there's an all-new website packed with new lottery and casino games. Enhanced VIP and free slot tournaments. Daily pick'ems, 30 days of luck with daily prizes. And exciting game shows featuring customers just like you. Get ready for more opportunities to win for the entire year as Island Luck turns 15.
Island Luck, celebrating 15 years of winning.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Guess what? Island Luck is turning 15 this year, and they're pulling out all the stops. First, there's an all-new website packed with new lottery and casino games. Enhanced VIP and free slot tournaments. Daily pick'ems, 30 days of luck with daily prizes. And exciting game shows featuring customers just like you. Get ready for more opportunities to win for the entire year as Island Luck turns 15.
Island Luck, celebrating 15 years of winning.
You've seen electric cars on the road, but isn't it time you drive one? Easy Car Sales invites you to experience the smooth, powerful ride and immerse yourself in the luxury and latest tech features.
Welcome to our news. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. On the defense, leader of government business in the House of Assembly, Wayne Munro, is standing by Prime Minister Philip Davis' decision not to answer questions placed by the opposition in the House of Assembly yesterday. He says the criticism boils down to politicking and out-of-context reporting. Our Joshua Williams reports.
Leader of government business in the House of Assembly, Wayne Munro, defended these comments by Prime Minister Philip Davis, who said repeatedly in Parliament yesterday he wasn't prepared to respond to questions.
As Speaker, the member is not prepared to answer at this time. We will answer though in due course. The member is not prepared to answer that question at this time.
Many of the questions Pintard asked had been on the agenda of the House of Assembly for months, some dating as far back as last October. But Munro says there are technicalities involved that require time.
The issue that arises over time is that the questions themselves require input from technical persons.
Monroe specifically hitting back at Leader of the Opposition Michael Pintard, saying he knows the process involved and also accuses him of politicking.
The Leader of the Opposition, who has been in government previously, would know what time of year this is. This is preparation for the budget.
Pintard has not been shy in the past in calling out the government for what the opposition describes as a lack of transparency. Monroe says this.
So what you saw in the House yesterday was a cynical exercise by somebody who is basically campaigning to keep an office come the 1st of June. He was playing to the cameras. He admitted it. He admitted it if you check what he said. He said, this isn't about answering the questions about you and me, this is about the public.
It's something our news and other media houses have covered extensively. Monroe also had this to say to the media.
Seek contacts, because otherwise you just turn out to be reporters.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
Well, threats of an impending gang war looming over the Fox Hill community following the killing of an alleged gang leader. Police and the area MP are concerned, but how do residents feel? Let's take a look.
I think the police is wrong. Because I don't think Fox will get a gang war going on. Everywhere have their little ups and downs. But Fox Hill is a beautiful place.
This resident has been living in the Fox Hill community for over 40 years and doesn't have any plans on moving. When asked if safety is a concern, he says,
Crime ain't really a big issue to me because, like I say, if you do someone something, someone can do you something. You don't do no one nothing, ain't no one can do you nothing.
This resident, wishing to remain anonymous, says it's the consistent presence of police that keeps her settled.
Every week, they come around and check on us, make sure we're okay.
So you're satisfied with that presence?
Yes, they are. I are very, very much. Feel safe. Surveillance and everything is real good.
Since Monday, there have been several shootings in the area, including the homicide of a man during the late hours on Tuesday night. We spoke with the second in charge of the Fox Hill Police Station. He tells our news team how they intend to ensure the safety of those in the community.
The saturation patrols were beefed up, added manpower, added vehicles. So along with that and the assistance of the community, it should be continue to be a safe community.
While a morning jog ended in tragedy after a 66-year-old man was struck and killed by a Jeep. The deadly accident happened around 7 a.m. on Monday near Montague Beach. Police say a woman driving a Hyundai Jeep hit the victim as he was jogging west alongside East Bay Street. The jogger had severe injuries to his lower body and was taken to hospital in an ambulance. He died a few hours later. The Bahamas Educators Managerial Union says members are prepared to take action if something doesn't happen soon. President Stephen McPhee says no industrial action has taken place because the union is waiting for a strike certificate. Issues have included payment of allowances, promotions, and payment of agency shop fees. BEMU say they made an application and received approval for a strike poll on April 11th. The president tells us members are exhausted after years-long delays.
So the members at this point is saying, if you're going to continue to withhold from us what we are entitled to, and then go to the public and make this a public fight, then we are prepared to take the strike certificate and demonstrate our legal and lawful right to withdraw our service, not for an hour or two as they are claiming, but fully.
of Education recently issuing a press release saying in part that the majority of school leaders are receiving their allowance entitlements. She says the remaining ones are being remitted for payment and all outstanding confirmations are being processed.
We voted first in a strike poll and can withdraw. We have a right to do so. Do not push us to that. Come to the table with serious resolves. Keep the public out of what we have kept private for the last decade.
Well, lovely weather this evening outside the Our News studios. Hopefully these nice temperatures stick with us throughout the weekend as many prepare to celebrate Mother's Day, including myself. Well, meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Natalia, and welcome everybody for a quick check on conditions around the islands. We are still warm, 80 degrees outside our studios. Few clouds, your winds are out of the southeast, and that's bringing in those warm temperatures at 10 miles per hour. Feels like temperature near the 80-degree mark. Satellite radar composite showing just quiet conditions across the area. We do have some patchy clouds across the central and southeast Bahamas, but that high is going to continue to produce some very dry conditions across our area. Light winds expected through the remainder of the week and into the weekend. There is a front we expect to get near the northern Bahamas by Saturday, but that front is expected to wash out. That's a quick check on conditions around the island. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Still to come on our news, some startling statistics revealed for Bahamas Power and Light's future by the Attorney General. We have his full comments straight ahead. Also, a straw vendor in the Port Lucaya marketplace is calling on the Grand Bahama Port Authority and government to work together as he believes Grand Bahamians are suffering because of their current relationship. And later, $43 million projected for the reconstruction of schools in East Grand Bahama. And that's all coming up when our news returns.
You've seen electric cars on the road, but isn't it time you drive one? Easy Car Sales invites you to experience the smooth, powerful ride and immerse yourself in the luxury and latest tech features. Find out why the Bahamas is going electric. Visit easy242.com and book your test drive now. What are you waiting for? Save money, drive smarter. There's an EV waiting for you at Easy Car Sales.
Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task, unplugging appliances not in use. That's energy conservation. Replacing an old refrigerator, washing machine with a new model, adding insulation to the attic and walls of a home. That's energy efficiency. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Take this journey with us as we build for better. BPL.
At the gateway to the Americas, on the picturesque island of Grand Bahama, a pioneering initiative is taking shape. Lucaya Solar Power Limited presents the $15 million Lucaya Solar Power Project, the first of its kind in the Bahamas' energy landscape. The state-of-the-art solar farm on the Fairfield and Devon sites spans just over 30 acres, and once completed, will harness the power of the sun to generate over 9.5 megawatts of clean, sustainable energy. The Lucaya Solar Project is a pivotal step towards diversifying the country's energy sources and significantly reducing dependency on fossil fuels. It's more than just a project. It's a commitment to a greener, more sustainable future. Lucaya Solar Power Limited, powered by INTI. Powering your world, powering your future.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips.
Attorney General Ryan Pinder Casey revealing some startling statistics about the state of BPL's power plants. Pinder points to their generation constraints and says it will not get better if something isn't done fast. BPL operates 29 power stations, 17 of them on the Family Islands. The AG says more than half of them are on their way out.
60% of the plant in Nassau and 80% of the plants in the Family Islands need to be replaced in the next 5 years because those engines are reaching or have reached the end of their useful life.
And that's not the only issue. Pinder says BPL is struggling to keep up with demand. In fact, he says the Davis administration anticipates a 5% growth in generation demand each year.
at least 340 megawatts is needed in New Providence. That is to account for the peak load, and the peak load was 281 megawatts last year in 2023, plus what we call the N-2 contingency. What that means is you have to have extra capacity in case your two largest engines go down. You still have to be able to cover the capacity.
It's like a husband and wife going through a bitter divorce. That's how Port Lakaya Marketplace straw vendor Lorenzo McKenzie is describing the relationship between the Grand Bahama Port Authority and the Davis administration. The port promising a live event with stakeholders following comments made by Prime Minister Davis during the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce's dinner meeting on Monday night. PM Davis accusing the port of neglecting the city of Freeport. McKenzie says a tumultuous relationship between the two is causing Grand Bahamians to suffer.
We need them to come together, solve this issue quickly so that Grand Bahama could thrive again. Work together to bring Grand Bahama up. Not fight and make it public and we suffer by it. Because we're going to suffer by it if they don't discontinue this fighting.
And as it relates to the Prime Minister's speech, McKenzie had this to say.
Great leaders not just give you the problem, but they give you the solution. We need solution. We need solution orientation. We don't, you want your monies. You want the money. The people, we need money. The people monies. But the main thing is a solution for the people, for your children, the children of Grand Bahama. The economic boom is not being felt nowhere.
All right, well, $43 million being pumped into the public education system in Grand Bahama. Where are the funds coming from? A program backed by the Caribbean Development Bank is called the Bahamas Education Sector Transformation Project, and they've joined forces with government to make it all happen. It was launched at the Grand Lucayan Resort Convention Center in Grand Bahama on Monday. Officials say the money will be used to construct a new state-of-the-art school in East Grand Bahama and rehabilitate the East End primary school that Hurricane Dorian damaged in 2019.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
When our news comes back from the break, nurses are the backbone of the healthcare sector. Those words coming from healthcare executives as the world pauses to observe National Nurses Month.
Coming up in sports, find out where Janaj Kelly is headed for college basketball this fall, and Stephen Gardiner back on track this weekend.
Also capturing a heartfelt moment, Nishi LS takes time out of her busy schedule to meet a top fan who recently performed one of her hit songs that went viral on TikTok. We have the full story coming up when our news returns.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
Look who we caught here on the Charlie Bahama Show, Andrew Zimmern. But listen, this is like your second home.
It is my second home. I'm 75% Bahamian.
Oh, yeah, 75%. And this show is 100% Bahamian. Tell me about your path to becoming a chef. And while you do that, hold this so I could eat.
Growing up in a house with my mom,
I love fire engine. If you had a fire engine, you've never been to Bahamas.
So catch Charlie Bahama's new episodes.
This is our news. Welcome back. Well, we have lots of sports to get to tonight. Here now with our sports, presented by 10th year seniors, is Ronaldo Dorset and John Mark Nutt.
Thanks, Natalia, and welcome to our sports presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Mark Nutt. Let's do show. Another Sunland Stingers basketball star continues the pipeline the program has established with Butte Community College. Dinaj Kelly signed his letter of intent to join the Roadrunners in the fall for the upcoming academic year. Kelly, a 6'2" guard, has been a mainstay for the Stingers in recent years as the program has won several titles, including the Vitamalt Tip-Off Classic, GBSSAA title, Hugh Campbell, and most recently, the inaugural Best of the Best tournament.
It's just been a tough time for me, from kid from Abaco. Doesn't really get the opportunity to do it, but everyone sees and believe in me, and it's been a successful year for me.
Kelly will join a Roadrunners program that includes former Stingers teammates Donald Baston and Jordan Saunders. Other past Stingers to follow the Butte Community College pipeline include Vellante Knowles and Oswald Meadows.
Sunland is a very supportive school. They support you in anything you do, from education to sports to anything once you are part of the school.
Stingers head coach Jay Philippe called Kelly one of the best players to ever pass through the program.
It was very raw at the time, but one thing Dinaj never lacked was confidence. He always believed that he was the best player on the court. And I remember some scrimmages when we was able to play with him, we would argue sometimes about his shot selection, the way he played. He never thought he'd turn over the ball, but eventually learned along the lines that he had a lot to learn.
Bahamians are back on the individual circuit in the Wanda Diamond League. Quarter-miler Stephen Gardiner will compete in Doha, Qatar this weekend, the third stop on the Diamond League Tour.
Yeah, I'm pretty decent shape. Just the main goal is to stay healthy, this season. That's the main priority. And just go out there and compete. And, of course I know how to run. So the main issue is just to stay healthy throughout the season.
Gardiner will run his second individual 400 of the year after he opened with a 44.45 seconds at the LSU Invitational.
Yeah, tomorrow I just want to go out there and just do what I have to do and just compete well and, just start my season off. Well, my second 400 for the year. Started off pretty well on the circuit.
Aiming for his 9th career win on the circuit, Gardiner has had lots of successful moments in Doha with Championship League wins in 2017, 2018, and gold in the 2019 World Championships. Gardiner will headline a field this weekend that will also include several competitors on the World Athletics top list this season. Botswana's Luengo Scotch and Baipat Dior, who led their country to the 4x4 win at the World Relays, will also be in the field. Also in Doha, Laquan Nairn will compete in the long jump. He has a season's best of 7.93 meters. Nairn also competed in the long jump at the World Indoor Championships, where he finished 15th at 7.6 meters.
That'll do it for our sports presented by 10th year seniors. For John Mark Nutt, I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Back to the studio.
Still ahead on our news tonight, nurses recognized for their efforts on Grand Bahama recently. This as May is being celebrated as National Nurses Month. Officials calling the healthcare professionals the backbone of the crucial sector. Plus, temperatures heating up in the capital on this Thursday. Greg is back with your extended weather forecast when our news continues. Stay with us.
A whole new season of Goombay Kids is coming soon. The kids find themselves on more exciting island adventures, meeting mythical characters, pirates, and mermaids as they explore their beautiful island nation. The Goombay kids learn all about nutrition, marine life, the environment, cultures from around the world, and more, all with the help of the Goombay Kid experts, who are never more than a Goombay gadget away. Get ready to have a Goombay adventure.
Look who we caught here on the Charlie Bahamas show, Andrew Zimmern. But listen, this is like your second home.
It is my second home. I'm 75% Bahamian.
Oh, yeah, 75%. And this show is 100% Bahamian. Tell me about your path to becoming a chef. And while you do that, hold this so I could eat.
Growing up in a house with my mom.
I love fire engine. If you had a fire engine, you've never been to Bahamas.
So catch Charlie Bahamas' new episodes on our TV, Cable Bahamas Channel 212.
If you thought season 1 was amazing, then be prepared for season 2. More amazing artists, more amazing videos, and surprises you won't believe. Will Stax be the first rapper to ever hit #1? Or will Kenya continue her dominant reign? Or will someone new come and shut it all down? Stay tuned for season 2 of 242 The Gospel.
So you said you're here for Sully's funeral? How do you know Sully?
He was my rock and my anchor.
Yeah, he was a good man.
He most certainly was not.
Watch what you say about Sully. Who is this child?
Your sisters. I'm asking you to do a few things for me. Once they are done, you will both receive your inheritance. The Paradise Hotel.
When can I sell? Is this what the hotel is really worth?
Don't take this the wrong way. It isn't really much of a hotel.
This is 242 The Gospel.
Welcome back to our news. May is National Nurses Month, an annual observance to honor and celebrate the incredible work of nurses across the world. Over in Grand Bahama, the Grand Bahama Health Service is taking time out to give special recognition to nurses during a short ceremony at the Rand Memorial Hospital. The theme, Our Nurse, Our Future, the Economic Power of Care. Principal Nursing Officer Priscilla Roll explains the power of care through nurses.
Colleagues, take charge of your profession by showing our governments, our administrators, and our professional colleagues that we play a significant part in ensuring that the health of the nation is the wealth of the nation. Hence, our voices and worth must be acknowledged. Without nurses, this health and wealth cannot be accomplished.
Acting Hospital Administrator of the Grand Bahama Health Services, Tavad Bastian, says nurses are the backbone of the healthcare sector. He adds strategic efforts are required to address the existing challenge of the nursing shortage in the country.
Collaboration with relevant stakeholders such as the Bahamas Nursing Council, the Nurses Association of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and the Bahamas Nurses Union will be pivotal to addressing the future of nursing in the Bahamas. For nurses to achieve a sustainable future, we must uphold their value, respect their profession, and consistently invest in their careers.
All right, good stuff. Well, lovely weather conditions across our islands on this Thursday as we gear up for the weekend, Mother's Day weekend. Greg is back in the Weather Center with your extended forecast. Greg.
Yeah, thanks again, Natalia, and welcome back, everybody, for our final check-up weather. We are stuck in this high-pressure regime, and that's going to continue to provide us with some very dry conditions across the area, as well as some light breezes. Temperatures are going to get into the mid-80s over the next couple of days, and possibly even make it into the upper 80s to near the 90-degree mark. And that high will slowly slide out towards the east, but in the meantime, it's going to keep all the weather systems well to the north of us. There's a storm system moving across the southeastern United States with quite a bit of activity with that. But all in all, we're looking for some very dry conditions through the remainder of the week and into the weekend. Future forecast shows that pretty nicely. Quiet across the area Thursday and into Friday. Some high-level moisture moving across the extreme northern islands. And then here we see that little weak frontal boundary getting into the, near the northern Bahamas by Saturday. But as I mentioned, that front is expected to fall out by the time it gets here. Boating conditions, good to get out there, take the boat out, enjoy the beaches. Southerly winds actually across the northwest Bahamas 10 to 15 knots. They will fall light and variable at times. Seas running 2 to 4 feet over the open waters. High tide is at 9:51 tonight. The low tide takes place at 4:23 in the morning for the central and southeastern islands. Southeast is southerly flow 10 to 15 knots. Wave heights will be running 2 to 4 feet over open waters. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, nothing really to talk about in the weather department. It's going to be hot for the next several days. Temperatures will get into the mid-80s, and by Sunday into next week, we expect those temperatures to be in the mid to upper 80s. Could see some isolated showers by Tuesday, but that's about all we'll see in the rainfall department. That's a look at our weather. Make it a great night and stay safe, everybody.
All right, thanks so much, Greg. Well, a video circulating on TikTok of a young girl performing popular Bahamian hit Loose Me by Nishi LS was sent to the Our News team. The young girl, a student of E.P. Roberts Primary School, never met Nishi, but our Sasha Lightborn was there to capture the moment they finally met. Now, I know we promised you the story, but unfortunately, we are out of time. But please tune in tomorrow as we will have the full story. And with that, we say our goodbyes. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I'm Natalia Hall. On the Record with our Jerome Sawyer starts right now.